case, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
What about?
James Warren.
I don't know anybody with that name.
Does Canarsie Bank ring a bell? I'll just be a minute. You made a scene in the bank's lobby a couple months back. Security guard threw you out.
That's what they told you? I bet they didn't tell you that they went back on their word. 1 minute it's yes, the next it's, sorry, we can't help you.
My father used to say the big print gives it to you. Small print takes it away. No wonder you were angry.
It ought to be illegal what they do. They make me sick. So I lost my temper for a minute, then left. That was it.
Why'd you need the money?
Medical bills. To top it off, the mortgage was overdue, and, well, I just ended up selling the house.
Ever go back to Canarsie or talk with anyone there since that incident?
No, thought it would be best to put all that behind me.
Guess that's it for now.
Have a good day.
Chase doesn't get his money, so he takes batting practice on the bank vice president. What am I missing?
Whatever put him over the edge.
Better keep digging, then.
Looks like a receipt. Can't see where it's filled out.
I know my rights. You can't keep poking around here without a warrant. I know my rights. You can't keep poking around here without a warrant.
Hello, Jennifer Lee.
Hello.
I finished looking into what you sent over. Let me show you what I found. Travis Chase made several unsuccessful attempts to get a loan from the equity of his home. His last attempt was with the Canarsie Bank, where he was turned down. I looked into this a little further and found that he wrote 16 letters of complaint, all addressed to Canarsie Bank. While they contained no overt threats, they were clearly written by a desperate individual. His son Johnny died of cancer at the age of 8, subsequent to an unsuccessful bone marrow transplant. Curiously, Mr. Chase recently made a large cash withdrawal from his savings account for an unknown reason.
My guys haven't finished.
Hi, this is Tim.
I checked out what you asked me to. This receipt appears to be from a restaurant, but the ink in the register must have been low because the name and address of the business are not legible. Bad luck for us. This receipt appears to be from a restaurant, but the ink in the register must have been low because the name and address of the business are not legible. Bad luck for us.
If you have a couple minutes, I'd like to speak with you again.
promise to make this quick.
You have a son, don't you? I'll bet you're a great father.
My son is dead.
And if Canarsie Bank gives you the loan, maybe your son's still alive.
I ended up selling the house for the operation, and it still didn't work. Doctors, don't get me started on them.
And the whole process took a long time.
Way too long.
Selling the house takes time your boy didn't have. I can see how you could blame the bank. I would.
Do you know what it's like to outlive your own child? My wife couldn't take it. She left me and went home to her folks in Texas. She won't even talk to me anymore. I lost everything. No house, no job, and no family. I got nothing.
And to deal with your anger and frustration, you wrote those letters to Canarsie.
Not sure what you mean.
Tell me about those letters you wrote to the bank.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I read those 16 letters you wrote to James Warren. You were pretty mad at him.
Who wouldn't be? If it wasn't for him, I would have gotten the money in time and everything would be different.
Tell me about your motivation for killing Warren.
I didn't have anything to do with that.
You're a good guy, Travis. I can see that. What you went through, it's a tragedy. You did what you had to do. Any father could see that.
You know what? I don't feel like talking anymore. I want you out of my house now.
All right. Must be his son.
I know my rights. You can't keep poking around here without a warrant.
Could be useful.
I know my rights. You can't keep poking around here without a warrant. I know my rights. You can't keep poking around here without a warrant. I know my rights. You can't keep poking around here without a warrant. I know my rights. You can't keep poking around here without a warrant. I don't have anything more to say to you.
Hello, it's Tim. Hello.
I have those surveillance reports you requested. Let me walk you through them. Subject left his residence at 0950 hours and boarded the 7 subway at Times Square and 42nd Street, and disembarked at 111th Street and Roosevelt Avenue. Subject then rode a local bus to the Willets Point Cemetery, where he visited the grave of his deceased son. Subject remained at the graveside for 4 hours before returning to his residence. Subject left his residence twice over the next 48 hours, both times for quick trips to a convenience store 2 blocks from his residence. He remained inside his apartment for the remainder of the time in question.
I know my rights. You can't keep poking around here without a warrant.
I can see the address on them. Excuse me, I'm hoping you can help.
Yeah? What can I do for you?
You seem like the friendly type. I'm sure you remember Travis Chase, right?
No idea who that is.
I'm wondering if you know somebody by the name of Travis Chase.
Don't recognize the name.
Late 30s, average height, brown hair and eyes.
Describes half my regulars. Sorry, if there's nothing else, I should be getting back to work.
Recognize him?
Yeah, I know that guy. He used to come in all the time.
You sure he's one of your regulars?
You kidding? I'll never forget that guy. He sits by himself for weeks, never says a word to nobody. Then one day he overhears me talking about my son needing an operation. Instead of a tip, he leaves me an envelope full of money. Almost $1,000. I tried to thank him and he's like, use it for your kid. That's it. Never said more than 2 words to me since.
You obviously have a pretty good memory. Remember the last time you saw him?
A few days ago, I guess. Why? Was he in trouble for something?
Did he come here alone or with someone else?
Always alone, he sat at that table over there in the corner. Read the paper and mostly stared out the window. He seemed so unhappy. Even when he smiled, he seemed really sad, you know what I mean?
Did you see what he was looking at outside the window?
No!
I'm sure you felt kind of sorry for the guy all alone, just staring out the window. You happen to remember which way he was looking?
Left toward Duke Street. He wrote stuff down in a little notebook. He wasn't rude or anything, he just kept to himself. We get a lot of people here who just don't want to be bothered. You learn to let them
be. How did he pay?
Always cash. Pretty good tipper, too.
As nice as you are, I bet he enjoyed talking with you.
We really only talked that one time. He just sat there all day doing a crossword he tore out of the paper. Like he was waiting for something to happen.
Thanks for your help. I can see Warren's brownstone from here. What do we have here? Hi again. Do you recognize this folded paper?
Yeah, it's from the guy you were asking me about. I remember him folding up his crossword into little shapes when he was done with it.
Where was this from?
I don't know.
I know you felt sorry for the guy. Why did he do this?
I don't know.
The crossword is from USA Today. I bet you know the area around here well. Where's the nearest place to buy one?
Only place I know of is that kiosk down at the corner.
Thanks for your help.
Chase gave the waitress $1,000. You're breaking my heart.
It wasn't about her. It was about her sick kid. He helps the helpless, like Warren's dog.
Better check around to find out if anyone else remembers seeing your guy Travis around the neighborhood.
Do you recognize this man?
Yeah, I know that guy. Mr. USA Today. He was a regular for a few weeks.
Remember anything else about him?
Oh, nothing that comes to mind. My memory ain't what it used to be. Anything else I can help you with?
Does this look familiar?
That reminds me. Your guy always come out to Paper Moon Hotel, there across the street, each morning before he bought the paper. I don't have anything more.
Can I help you?
Have you ever seen this man before?
He stayed here for about 3 weeks recently. What did he do?
Why do you think he did something?
He seemed really off, you know. I mean, he was quiet, but didn't bother nobody. But I don't know. There was something about him. I just can't put my finger on it.
You're pretty perceptive. What room did he stay in?
5. I remember because he lost the key one time. Look, if you don't mind, I need to finish up some things in the back.
Thank you. Interesting. Looks like it's locked. TV looks like it's from the 80s. Looks like Warren's place. That's definitely Warren's place. Chase must have been keeping an eye on him from here.
Need something? Who did you want to get a warrant for? I'd say you have probable cause to search Mr. Chase's residence. I'll call the judge. Child's mitt. Looks like he's fallen on hard times. Nothing in there.
think I see a piece missing from one of these.
I don't have anything more to say to you.
Hello, it's Tim.
I was just double checking the...
These leather gloves have a few prints on them. The two clearest ones are a 10-point match to Travis Chase's right index and ring finger. And there's a small piece of leather missing on one of them, which matches exactly to the piece of leather you found at the victim's residence. No doubt about it, these gloves were at the scene of the crime.
I finished looking into what you sent over. Let me show you what I found.
They're men's leather gloves, and they look fairly new, but they do have a small piece missing. The lab might be able to help you more with this one.
You again.
Me again.
I thought I told you to leave me alone.
Well, there's this thing called a warrant.
What's the warrant for? There's nothing here. You won't find anything.
Actually, it's you I'm looking for. Let's go to my house for a chat.
What now?
It tells me a lot about you that you didn't hurt Warren's dog. Must have been barking like crazy.
I don't know anything about any dog.
You stayed at the hotel for 3 weeks.
So what? I got bored with my apartment. A person could go nuts staring at those four walls all day.
Why that particular hotel?
You saw the place, Detective. It fit my budget.
Come on, why did you choose that hotel?
I told you already.
I've got a feeling you planned which hotel to stay in very carefully.
What makes you say that?
I know exactly why you chose that hotel. It was right down the street from your favorite cafe. The waitress said you were there every day, staring out the window at James Warren's brownstone.
Yeah, so what?
You were stalking him. You mapped out his schedule. You knew when he went to work, when he got home, and when he walked his dog. You waited for the perfect opportunity, and you killed him.
Nice try, Detective.
What happened to your son is a tragedy. Nothing is ever going to bring him back. You wanted someone to blame. I can understand that.
You don't know a thing about me, Detective.
I know you aren't a cruel man. James's dog went nuts when you attacked his master, didn't he? But instead of killing him like a hardened criminal, you locked him in a room. You left him alive. That shows compassion, Travis. Maybe you got in over your head on this one. Maybe you wanted to turn back, but it was too late. Maybe killing James Warren Wasn't even your idea.
I didn't kill him.
Somebody must have helped you.
You're just grasping at straws.
Who helped you, Travis? Who put you up to the cold-blooded murder?
Look, either arrest me or let me go. I don't have to listen to this.
I'm sure the name Rachel Warren rings a bell.
Who's that?
Come on, Travis. Stop lying and come clean. Why did you do this to Rachel Warren?
I'm not lying.
You do know who Rachel Warren is, right?
I never heard that name in my life.
She's James Warren's daughter. She's just a kid, and now she doesn't have a father anymore.
Tell her I know how it feels to lose a loved one.
Do you know what this means to her?
I'm not following you.
Did you know Rachel found the body? What do you think that's gonna do to her?
I never saw a kid at the house.
Tell me about the view you had.
I don't know what you mean.
You picked a great spot at the cafe for a view.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You didn't see her because you weren't able to see everything from where you were seated at the cafe?
Bull! I had a clear view of the front steps for 8, 10, sometimes 14 hours a day. If he had a little girl, I would have seen her.
Tell me how you planned it all out.
Planned what?
You got sloppy, Travis. You tried to make it clean. But you're no killer. You're not that kind.
I didn't feel a thing, you know? I came up behind him and he didn't even hear me. It was like I wasn't there. And he opened the door and stepped inside. And I pushed him in and swung the bat hard. And he fell in. I don't know why, but I couldn't stop hitting him. My son never even got a chance to use it. He was so sick he couldn't even go outside.
The dog was barking.
No, it was a howl, like its heart was broken. Afterward, I dragged the dog into the other room.
Tell me who put you up to this.
I don't want to talk anymore. I want to see a lawyer.
All right.
I'm going soft, but I sort of feel for Chase. Losing your kid, I can't say what I would do.
Cancer killed that kid, not Canarsie Bank.
Maybe, but if I'm Warren, I make the exception and give Chase the money. Maybe the kid lives.
Maybe he still dies. Who gets the baseball bat then?